What's up everyone, this is GameGuru81 here and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Sonic Colors. In today's episode we have a special guest co-commentator. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey Mom, hey Dad, it's your son. I know I haven't called you guys in a while and you're probably pretty pissed at me for not calling, but I just want to tell you guys I love you and I am talking to the wrong person. I feel stupid.
I was gonna correct you, but...
Hey guys, yeah, well, it's alright. I'm Monochromium on YouTube. I do Let's Plays on my channel, like pretty much all of the co-commentators that Game Guru has had so far. I like to do a lot of variety. I'm actually uploading the finale to one of the games that I'm playing tomorrow. And I think if this video gets up when it's supposed to get up, it'll be going up the day that this video goes up. So I'm actually uploading the finale of Sword of Mana, and I also did a playthrough of James Bond 007 Nightfire recently. And after I'm finished uploading both of those, I'll be doing my own playthrough of Sonic Colors. So
yes, Sonic.
If you guys, enjoyed that stuff, I guess you can check it out.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
want.
they definitely will. So yeah, you said you're gonna do Sonic Colors. Why don't you give us your constructive criticism about the game? So.
Okay. Well, Sonic Colors. It's an interesting game because I'm probably in the minority here, but I actually like Sonic Unleashed better than Colors because, well, my first real Sonic game that I actually finished all the way through was Sonic Adventure 1. So I'm kind of used to having the speed part and the exploration part, so it didn't bother me as much. But I like Colors. It's pretty unique. I like all the power-ups and everything, and nothing really... I mean, even though it's just running forward for most of the game, it doesn't really get stale because of the power-ups and because of the unique environments and everything like that.
I agree, but the down point in this game is just the switching from 2D to 3D, from 3D to 2D. That's probably one of the reasons why I dislike the game. But otherwise, it's a great game, and it's colorful graphics and graphic-wise and whatever. It's amazing. The power-ups, like you said, are new and improved, and it's much better. But Sonic
yeah, I can definitely agree with you for the 2D to 3D thing. I mean, it's kind of disorienting, really.
Yeah, it really is.
That's what I think.
But like Sonic Unleashed, was that the one when he becomes Wolf at night, and then during the day you're...
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, no, I agree. That game was really good during the daytime. When I asked this question one time before in one of the previous episodes, we had lots of people saying that Sonic Unleashed was one of the best games during daytime, but at nighttime it was really horrible, like when Sonic turns into Wolf. I personally don't own the game, but I've played it a few times. I've seen people do the video, the Let's Play, and I've seen videos of it, and it looked fun. I have Sonic in the Black Knight, and that's not fun at all.
I've actually played both Unleashed and the Black Knight. I don't have much to say about the Black Knight because, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. But what I liked about Unleashed was the fact that it's kind of like why I like Mario Galaxy 1 over Mario Galaxy 2, because I'm very into plot-heavy games, and that was the first Sonic game to have some amount of plot in it in like 6 years or something like that. So, like, since Sonic 2, it hadn't had like a really deep and complex plot to it. So that was a nice thing for that. I mean, the werehog parts, the werewolf, or whatever it was called, I think it was called the werehog parts, the night parts, they were kind of mediocre, but I mean, it's something that you take with a grain of salt, I think, when you like a game enough,
Yeah, exactly. So what you guys just saw here was a huge fail by myself. It was, I've recorded this like 5 times, and then I said screw that, and I didn't even record it again, and then I just waited till we did a dual com with Mono. You mind if I call you? Is there like a nickname we can call you?
You can say Mono. I think a lot of my viewers, when they're commenting on my videos, they say MC or MCR. I personally like MC better because then I can make the MC Hammer reference, but
Alright.
whatever you want.
Alright, MC is good. Yeah, Act 4. Like you said this is the hard. Like before we even played this, before I even told you I was playing this, you said this is the hardest level in this world, right? And you said it has one of the hardest red coins.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably, I think Act 4 is the hardest level in Aquarium Park, and it has easily the hardest red ring in the game to get.
Yeah.
Because the one in particular that I'm talking about requires you to use laser with like pinpoint accuracy on these blocks like 3 or 4 times to get to it. So it took me quite a few tries to get that red ring when I did my test play of Sonic Colors for my own channel. It took me like 15, 20 tries to get it. It was terrible.
Yeah, it is. Do you have? Are you gonna record it with PVR?
Actually, I don't have an HD recording method at this point. What I have is a Pinnacle video transfer, which records kind of like the standard def stuff. So I don't really have like a widescreen HD PVR recording method at this point.
I don't think anyone's
I'm putting together money for it, but
yeah, I don't think anyone started with one. I mean, we all started with Dazzles. We all started actually with cameras and DVs, and then we went from emulators, and then Dazzles, and then PVR.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, my career on YouTube started way back in July of last year because my youngest brother actually started a YouTube channel. He kind of quit out on it after a couple of months because he didn't really want to do it, but we recorded some Super Smash Bros. Brawl with his flip, and we actually uploaded a few matches of it. It's really terrible quality, but some of the matches were really funny. So.
Yeah,
and then from there I kind of branched out afterwards. So.
Yeah, same like when I first started, I recorded Mario Kart videos with my camera off of a fat 1999 Toshiba's TV. It was like really horrible.
Oh man. Well, you know, you got to start somewhere. It's not really. I wouldn't expect anyone to start with an HD PVR. I mean, it happens, I'm sure, but like, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to, you know, start. I wouldn't have been able to start with an HD PVR because I didn't know if I was going to like it enough. I wouldn't want to spend, you know, $300 on something that I'm gonna, you know, throw in the corner in 2 months if I don't like playing through games or something like that.
Exactly. But it definitely helps out a lot.
So.
HD PVR is definitely the thing to start out with. But you need an HD TV with it, because people bought it when ever since, like it's this past few months where everyone's gonna get PVR, but then they get it and they don't know that you have to have an HD TV to use it. So then they're like, oh, I just paid $220 for nothing.
Right, and then they have to go and pay $450 at least. I don't know how much HD TVs are, but I got mine for a pretty good deal. So I can actually record HD if I had it, because I have an HD TV.
We got actually a 52-inch Toshiba TV. It's HD. We got that for $800. It was like actually at a Black Friday, so it was the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say 52 inches, dude. That's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. And you got it for how much did you say you got it for?
800.
That's still pretty ridiculous.
No, that is.
I mean,
really...
even for like Black Friday, because I worked Black Friday. I didn't work at where I work. It's like next to a Walmart, so people were going like freaking crazy for the TVs and stuff there because they had such good deals on it.
Yeah, especially Best Buy. Like the thing is, they say they have like, okay, you buy an HD TV, a 50-inch HD TV for like $700 or $600. But the thing is that they don't tell you that they only have like 3 or 4. So only 3 people to get to go home with one.
Right. Well, you know, that's the cons of good marketing, I guess. Although then they have to deal with customer complaints, and that's never fun. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
Oh, and by the way, just a side thought, I really hated the part of the level that you just got through. I really hated that part when I did it myself.
No, I personally hate this world. I hate it so much. But B wasn't all that bad for it.
Right. Yeah, it's still a good score for it. the thing with this world that really the thing that with Sonic Colors for me that I think is that every world brings something new to the table. The problem with Aquarium Park is that it kind of brings the frustration to the table for the game, because I mean these worlds they're not necessarily very difficult, but that's why they're so frustrating for me.
This level was pretty frustrating as well. I actually, for the first time, attempted to collect the red rings, and then I failed. I actually did collect 4 out of the 5. I was really happy.
Oh, I remember this level. Yeah, that's pretty good for this level. I mean, a lot of the red rings in this world are difficult to collect, just because the difficulty for collecting them kind of spikes from like previous worlds. But that's pretty good for getting 4 out of 5 on it. And I remember the older springboard levels. They were it was an interesting gimmick, the having the little springboards that you jump off of, but it took a little while to get used to. You know, I remember dying several times the first time I came up. I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, look, it moves. Die. Just like spike myself into a bottomless pit or something like that. I think I did that several times while trying to get used to the springboards.
I don't know when was like the first time they introduced these items to the Sonic. These like new new equipment thingies.
Yeah, the new these types of springboards. I don't remember what world it was, but it was definitely, like I just said, it definitely took some getting used to.
I just remember those single red ones from Sonic, like the Hedgehog, where you use just to jump up there. That's all I remember. Because I wasn't like a huge Sonic fan with like every Sonic game.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I've played every 3D Sonic game out there since Sonic Adventure 1. I think that was the first 3D Sonic game.
For the GameCube?
Yeah, that would be the first 3D Sonic game. Yeah, the one for the GameCube. I have. I actually played it on the Dreamcast at a friend's house, like way earlier than that, but I have the one for the GameCube for myself. So.
Yeah, I also that's same. I remember that. I remember it was like back in 2002 or whatever. I remember when we got it for the GameCube. Those were the good days. Right now, technology expanded far.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the days. I actually when I played James Bond 007 Nightfire on my channel, that was actually one of the first games out for the system, and it was a really good game. That. So those were the days of really good ones.
My first GameCube game was Super Smash Brothers. It was like it came with it, and it came with Wind Waker. It was like actually a dual thing. It came the disc comes with Wind Waker, and it comes with Ocarina of Time, Master Quest. So it has like 3 games. It has Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and Wind Waker. We got that for like $140.
That's a pretty good deal.
That's a really good.
You're finding a lot of deals, my friend. You're finding pretty good deals over there, my friend.
I live in like Iowa. It's not that good of a place, but it's pretty decent. See, I live pretty much on the border to Canada, so everything's more expensive over here. Yeah. So, quick question for you, since I think you said this is going to be like a 14-minute video, and I think we're almost done at this point. What is your opinion? I was going to say, what is your opinion of the power-ups in this game so far? You know, the quite thing is, I really don't have it. You know, the power-ups definitely are something new in the game, and I think it's pretty good because the game, like it goes from 2D to 3D, and then you have to use like certain types of power-ups just to get to the game. So if it wasn't for these power-ups, I'm sure the game would get a really horrible rating. My favorite power-up would probably be the laser, just because it makes you go faster and it travels way easier. I don't know. It's just probably my opinion. So anyways, guys.
Yeah, the lasers are cool.
This is going to be 2 parts. This is part 1 out of 2. We're going to be with MCR in part 2, so don't worry. He's not going anywhere. Part 2 will be... Yeah.
I'll be